Hi everyone. So tonight I got off work. Today was payday, so I wanted to treat myself a little bit. And something I've wanted to been trying is the Crown Royal apple. It's one of the things in our store that has sold out, and so I like to pay attention to the things that sell out and try those, because if they sell out, they're probably pretty good. So let's see. And tonight I'm going to be having what I believe is something close to a rusty nail, which is just going to be the Malibu liqueur, which I like the Malibu liqueur. I specifically like pineapple. Pineapple is my favorite fruit. It's expensive. The actual pineapple is expensive. And then what we're going to be doing tonight is actually taste testing it, the apple Crown Royal, next to the apple sliced Captain Morgan, which Dad drank Captain Morgan for years. Captain Morgan was one of Dad's favorite rums. He's a Bacardi man now, but I'm gonna make ourselves a drink here. And I like a heavy shot, so I have my little measuring shot here. It looks like all of it does come up to the 4 line. There's a little bit left. It smells nice. That's really sharp. The Crown Royal apple is really sharp. That's a lot sharper than I thought it'd be. It is a whiskey though, so it kind of makes sense. So whiskey shot in first. And then it doesn't have that much of an apple taste. That is not that sweet for the apple. And then I'm doing the liqueur just a little over to the 2 line because it is sugar. I don't need too much. And that just goes on top of the ice. I have a little umbrella here to stay. So I know I like the Malibu, but I'm also a sugary drink kind of guy. I like things sweet. I like my life sweet. I like to do the right things and not drink too much, not get in trouble. My stomach will hurt a lot more than any kind of buzz I get. So it's pretty easy to just have like one drink. I don't have a drink. Yeah, to me, like, if you're going for sweet, it's definitely not the Crown Royal Regal Apple. It is very sharp. The Malibu is is making it a little bit sweeter and giving it a little bit of bearability, actually. But it's really sharp. Definitely sharp. So I don't know if I could even, like, it's so sharp because it is just liqueur in a shot, and a pretty heavy shot, that on the rocks I don't know if I'll be able to like down the whole thing. I want to sip on it a little bit to do more of like a taste test and actually give you like an idea what that's like. It's not bad. Like, this more to me would be something I would slowly sip on and not shoot all at once, because I like things cold. Obviously, most people are gonna like things cold. Be like this chilled. But this one, I'm thinking the Captain is gonna be sweeter because it's rum. So the apple It doesn't have too much of an apple taste, surprisingly. A little bit disappointed. And maybe it does. It is green apple. It is green. I'm not sure if it's green apple or not. But it doesn't have too much of an apple taste. But this is still something with the pineapple Malibu. Pineapple Malibu will make anything taste good. As long as you're pairing like citrus with citrus. So I'm glad I sprung for the pineapple Malibu. I was gonna go with just like the little bottles of Malibu. All we had at the store was watermelon. I don't like watermelon as much. So the cores for people who don't drink a whole lot are mostly for they're just lower in alcohol, and they're usually sweet. They're usually it's a fancy simple syrup is what most liqueurs are going to be used for. It's something that if someone's not a hard drinker and doesn't want the burn from an alcoholic beverage, the sugar in this is going to take that out of the equation while still not taking away from the alcohol of the beverage, essentially. So, definitely like the pineapple Malibu in this, though. That one's almost done. I'm gonna go grab another glass of ice. Alright. I almost want to wash this out to really like preserve the purity of the taste, since we're doing a taste test. So let's see how much this Captain Morgan fills up. If I can get this off. It's really hard to grip. This one I can just get off. There. See how much this fills up. Get to another 4cl arc there. I haven't passed my bartender stuff or like done any bartender tests, but I do know a lot about liquor, and I do look at liquor all day, and things come to me pretty naturally. Like, obvious things are obvious, matching citrus with citrus. Common sense really needs to make a comeback. I'm just doing like a thimbleful of taste. I immediately like this more. I immediately like the rum more. It's sweeter. I have a sweeter palate. I have a sweet tooth. So when it comes to like liquor desserts, this is much more my alley. Like, this is much more up my alley. The Captain Morgan sliced apple, much tastier than the Apple Crown Royal whiskey. And that just kind of goes to show you, like, that really matters when you're recommending a liquor to someone at, like, a bar or something like that. Because if I'm talking to someone, usually all I have to ask them is if they like their drink sweet or not. And if I know they like their drink sweet, then I'm going to probably push rum a lot more than I'm going to push something with a bite, like whiskey. If a dude comes in and he, you know, I'm talking to him and he likes bitters and he likes, you know, like he starts talking about bourbon and cigars, you're going to recommend the whiskey every time. So rum goes in the glass. Try to rum. This one's going to come out a lot sweeter. And a little bit of a heavy shot there on a little above the 2CL line. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It goes in over top over the ice. The pineapple Malibu smells really good. I've luckily never thrown up pineapple Malibu. I don't think I've ever... The only thing I can remember ever, like, throwing up is vodka. And so I'm not a huge fan of vodka anymore. So, mix that up. Get that nice and mixed. I think it looks pretty nice. Looks pretty appealing with the umbrella there. So, I'm going to finish off. I'm going to let this one sit and kind of mix a little bit. I'm going to finish this one off. Let's not waste not, want not. And it's nice on the ice. I'm glad I did the whiskey shot over the... I'm glad I'm doing these over ice because the water does cut it a little bit. We're just doing straight whiskey shots. My stomach is going to want to reject it immediately. With, like, the more into fitness you go, the more into fitness territory you go, the more the stomach rejects alcohols and things like that. And I don't smoke often, if at all. It's usually just once a year. I used it, I like cigars much more than cigarettes. My father smoked cigarettes and I smoke cigars very, very rarely. I used it as a prop this New Year's. Thought it came out pretty good. It usually makes me cough. Like my stomach is just like, I don't want that. Like if I drink drinks this strong that quickly. But I want to get dinner in me. I have cooking to do. So we're sipping on this. Much sweeter immediately, at least the umbrella is. I think I like this one more just to sip on. I would need water with it. It's almost too sweet with Malibu. This is rum on rum. So with the heavy pour of the Malibu, it's almost a little bit too sweet. But I also just got used to the bitter taste of the whiskey. So, and the bite of the whiskey. So going straight into rum is a strange, like, shift for the palate to really, really sweet, really, really suddenly. So it almost makes it sickeningly sweet. I need like some bread. I should have gotten some nice bread or something like that with some salt and oil to kind of like cleanse the palate before doing this. Now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm really tired. My shifts are 8 hours and I stand all day. And if you stand a man for 8 hours, he gets tired and will tell you some of his secrets. So that's all I've found. Yeah, see now after the whiskey, like I can tell I like this better in a vacuum. But after the bite of the whiskey, it's sickeningly sweet. So maybe for people who don't like sugary alcohols, pairing this, the Captain, with like a less sweet liqueur would be better. But it's fruit on fruit and citrus on citrus, so I don't really know how to do that without like a bitter beverage like club soda. I'm trying to think what I would put in that. I would actually salt this. I think some salt in this would be good. Maybe. That'd make it a little sweeter. Like a margarita or something. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could throw in this. To like calm down the sweetness of it. Might be good with Coke. Ugh. Still tasty. So, you know, that's fine too if I don't drink it too fast. If I don't drink this too fast, it's fine. If I drink this too fast, it gets too sweet too quickly. But if I drink it slowly, it's fine. If I sip on it slowly, it's fine. I would not suggest these two together. That would be bad. What fruit is more bitter? They have other flavors of this Malibu. I'm trying to think if there's like a better flavor that would go with the apple. With grapefruit or something. Or like coconut? Apple coconut might work. Or a more bitter juice? It's tricky. This is a tricky conundrum. I like the drink though. And by itself, without the pineapple sweetening it up, like just taste test, this to me was much tastier than the Crown Royal apple. So I must say I'm a little disappointed. Whoever is coming in and buying this and selling it out likes that bite, likes that bitter sharp bite to their whiskey. I can tell that, which is strange because we're not sold out of the vanilla, and we're not sold out of the other flavor. I know one is vanilla. So I want to try. There's a caramel whiskey I want to try. Sounds a little bit nicer. Anyway, I'll think it over. See if I can think of like what would mix better with this than club soda. Because club soda does have a little bit of bitterness to it. So you could probably mix this with club soda. Not pineapple juice. Not pear juice. Maybe apple juice? Apple juice is pretty sweet, but it does have kind of like a bitter aftertaste. So maybe like topped off with a little bit of apple juice would be good. Orange juice is pretty sweet and tart. Orange juice is sour. Do I have orange juice? I would say apple juice or orange juice with this is going to be best. Because you want something tart. Like with this, you want something tart. Or lemon, maybe. Maybe lemon. Like some kind of lemon syrup. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say with this. And that's definitely what I would choose next time over the Crown Royal apple, is I would choose the Captain. It's really funny too that I would choose the Captain because I like it sweet. If you don't like your liquor sweet, don't go with the Captain. Don't go with the Captain sliced apple. Pick this up for whoever your sweetie is in their life. Crown Royal apple is definitely for people who like that bite. So this has been my little Crown Royal apple versus the Captain sliced apple rum versus whiskey. It's good to know your alcohols. If you're going out, it's good to be knowledgeable about these things so you don't get too drunk. Right. Take it from me, Redbeard. Oh, and as always, drink responsibly.